Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I suppose it all depends on where you are. We are in deep South Texas. Got to open the garage door here in a second. Got my little, I don't know, use this for my home link thing in the trucks. It's a weird thing, but it still works, so that's cool. Jerez, Johnny, what up? How you doing? Welcome. Good to see you here. And by the way, in case you haven't seen, we do have the new Toyota Tacoma back here. It is the brand new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, and it is awesome. Anyway, it is Sunday morning. It is, let's get a temperature check. It's about 80 degrees here in South Texas. Pretty darn nice, I must say. Digging the weather, love it. Oni 64, well, golly gee willikers. Well, golly gee willikers to you. Let's open the door so we can hear the birds chirping, and let's take a look at the sunshine. There we go. See, it still works, even though I have ripped it apart, soldered wires on it and everything else, it still works. Now, we do have a new thing to talk about on this Toyota Tacoma, and I'm talking about, of course, this Toyota Tacoma, which is pretty big in the screen, right there. It is the 2024 TRD Sport, but you'd never know because the badge is gone. That's right. And the Tacoma badge, it is gone as well. Rob, will you ever collab with any other Tacoma YouTubers? Sure I would, as long as it is a mutually beneficial experience. You know, speaking of that, I should address that for a minute. I had somebody contact me recently asking about how to start a channel and then doing some sort of a collaboration or something. And, you know, I go back to, well, I'll get to that in just a second. But, I mean, I can't tell you how to start a channel. I can tell you what equipment you need. That's pretty simple. An iPhone, I guess an Android if that's your preference, but I prefer iPhones. A Mac to go with that iPhone because on it comes iMovie. And you should use that to edit and upload. It's what I've used ever since I started doing this. Don't go out buy a frickin' expensive camera. That is crazy. Expensive cameras are not necessary. They're too cumbersome, particularly those big 35 millimeter jobs, you know, those great big cameras that you see some people use. They're horrible, unless you're doing stationary videos and stuff, because then you just set it up in front of you and let it go. But otherwise, they're terrible. Now, let's talk about collabs for a minute. You know, this individual, and I'm not dogging this person, you know, we all try as new YouTubers, and I still try as an older YouTuber, but I'm not huge or anything. But wanting to know if I'd be interested in doing a collab. Now, they haven't even started their channel yet. They have 0 subscribers, right? 0. So, I go to, this is the Casey Neistat thing, you know, don't come to the table with your hand out. Come to the table with something in your hand, right? I mean, think about it for a minute. What benefit is there for me to collab with a channel that has no subscribers, right? I mean, they're trying to tap into the base that I have, which in this case is almost 42,000 subscribers, which I'm still humbled by. I can't freaking believe it. But what's in it for me? It's all one-sided. They've come to the table with their hand out. What? You can't do that. You have to have something. And that's why I say it depends on the channel, the person, what they're offering. And that's another thing. Don't come to me and ask to do a collab and then want my ideas. Well, what would you like to do? Well, I don't know. You came to me. What do you want to do? Don't come to me with your hand out and you have no idea what you want. So anyway, I digress. I get that occasionally. People want, and I'm not opposed to helping out. I've shouted out plenty of smaller YouTube channels. Just because I want to. You know, I either like the people or I know them because they're following me and they've been on the channel for a while. They contribute, they leave comments and things, and I don't mind helping people. I like helping people out like that. But if you're going to approach me and ask for something, you better darn well have something to give back in return. Does that make sense? Am I being an arse to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so. So anyway, enough of that. That's to answer your question in a really long way, probably longer than you wanted or more than you wanted to know. The Red Hood, second question. Who is your favorite Tacoma YouTuber? RobMotive. What do you mean, who's my favorite Tacoma YouTuber? Well, it's me, of course. Excuse me, Joel Munoz. Hey, Rob, just got a new Tacoma SR5 yesterday, and man, I'm glad I made the switch from the 3rd gen to the 4th gen. That's what I'm saying, man. These people that are out here dogging the 4th gen Tacoma, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I think a lot of times when people do that, they're doing it because they're competitors or they have something to gain. Maybe they work for Nissan or Ford or GM and they're trying to save their jobs. So obviously they have an agenda. Because if you've driven this new Tacoma and you don't like the way that it drives and the power that it has, I don't know what you're looking for, man. I really don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It is better all the way around. And that's not dogging the 3rd gen. The 3rd gen is awesome. It's awesome. But this is the next step up. And you want your manufacturer to make improvements, right? To take that next step up. You don't want them to rest on their laurels. Well, they did it with this 2024 Tacoma. Now, what everybody likes to gripe about is the price. Yeah, it is more money. I understand that. That sucks. I don't like that either. I don't like to pay more money. I wish Toyota would have just dropped one off in my driveway. And by the way, I've got some kind of a troll on my channel that keeps posting, oh, he got it for free. They gave him the Tacoma. I have 42,000 subscribers, right? Do you really think I'm big enough that Toyota is going to give me a $50,000 vehicle to have me get on here and give my honest opinion? I mean, I don't always say nice things about the Tacoma because I am not affiliated with Toyota. Nobody's paying me, and that's the benefit that I have. You see, I can be honest because I don't have any meat in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I love when people say that. This particular person, I'm not going to say who they are, and I don't remember, to be honest. But every once in a while, oh, they give him Tacomas. He gets Tacomas for free. Yeah, right. Sure I do. Anyway, we've got 80 people on here. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button. Really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, give that thumbs up while you're in here. It just shows me you're paying attention. I don't know. 80 people and only 9 people like it. Must be some sort of punishment. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Chad Kranatz. Chad Kranatz, great supporter of the channel. You may notice his name is in green. That is because he is a channel member. If you want to see what it takes to be a channel member, you just click on that join button wherever it is on your screen. It's not going to charge you money or anything right off. You got to see what it's about. Click it. It'll tell you the detail, and then you'll know. And Chad says, hey, Rob, what's up? Just starting to fire up the grill. Oh, my God, I'm starving. You know what I'm going to have for lunch today? A bagel. That's what I'm going to have when we're done. What are you having? What are you firing it up for? Burgers? Hot dogs? Steak? What are you cooking? The Red Hoods. Hey, Rob, also as a Tacoma YouTuber, why do you have a Ford thing in the background? I don't know what you're talking about. What Ford thing are you talking about? Am I missing something? I don't see a Ford thing, but it doesn't matter. I'm not against any brand. I don't get on here and dog brands. I tell you what I think of them. I'll tell you my experiences with them, but I don't hate any other brands. I'm not on here to dog other brands, so I don't know what you mean. Wee Fergie, good morning. A shout out to Wee Fergie. You notice he's in green too. That's because he's a channel member. And by the way, Wee Fergie has a channel. It's called Wee Fergie. Just search Wee Fergie. Go check him out. He's got a Colorado. See, I'm not dogging a Colorado. I actually think they're a pretty good looking truck. He had a Tacoma, got disenfranchised with it. I know I'm putting words in your mouth, Fergie. I'm sorry. But traded it off and got a Colorado. And anyway, check him out. Nice guy. Says good morning. Good morning, Fergie. How you doing? Chad Kranatz. Hey, people, give the thumbs up. That's right. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, give me that too. Doesn't cost you anything. I'd really appreciate it. The Red Hoods, genuine Ford parts. What? Genuine Ford. Oh, you're talking about the thermometer. Again, doesn't matter to me. I'm not so particular. I also have a Ram emblem up there. There's a Hyundai. There's Jeep. I mean, you know, I'm not dogging anybody else's brand. I've had many. I just have issues with some. Matter of fact, I have a Jeep sitting out there right now next door to the RAV4. By the way, there's going to be a change on, not this channel, but another channel. I have something coming that you guys are probably going to fall on the floor when you see this. You're probably going to say, what in the hell are you doing? Just wait. It's on order. It's coming. I expect to have it soon. It's not going to be on this channel, although I may show it briefly. It's going to be primarily on the RobMotive JL channel. That's where it's going to be. I have 3 channels, RobMotive, RobMotive JL. It's about Jeeps and soon to be other things. And RobMotive 2, which focuses for now on the RAV4, you can see out there. There are many other vehicles on each of those channels as well. You know, I have a sickness. That's right. I have a sickness and there is no cure. Just a treatment, and that is to keep buying vehicles. I don't know. It's not a good thing. I don't recommend it for anybody. Let's see. Jack Kamen, how does the new Tacoma shift versus the old one? Does it still hunt for gears? I haven't noticed it hunting for gears. Of course, I didn't notice the other one doing that either, but I live in a valley. I'm in the Rio Grande Valley here in South Texas, and it is a valley. It's flat. So that means I'm not going up and down hills. I'm not switching gears or trying to constantly. So, you know, not a big deal for me. I'm probably not the best person to ask, but in this truck so far, and by the way, if you don't know what truck I'm talking about, it's right there. See that? It's still here. It's not gone. Other people have accused me of leasing it, renting it, borrowing it. It's my truck. It's still sitting there, and I love it. It is awesome. Let's see. The red hoods, genuine Ford parts. Yeah, I understand what you mean now. I honestly didn't see it before. Wee Fergie says, the wall thermometer. For God's sake, man, the wall thermometer. I know. Now I know. There it is. I was looking in the screen trying to see what, and I don't see it in the screen right now, so I couldn't figure out what he was talking about. Wee Fergie. I read that. Chad Cronach says steaks and burgers. Oh, man, steaks and burgers. I could go for a steak, and I'll be right over, Chad. I'll be right over. I like it medium well, a little pink, and nothing else. I eat everything plain. Some A1 for the steak. Burgers, just bread, you know, a bun and a burger. That's it. I might put some A1 on that too, on the side. I eat weird. I eat like a 3-year-old. I know you probably can't tell by looking at me, but I do, believe me. Drew V, what's the weird noise it's making? I'm going to try to demonstrate it for you guys in just a second. What it does, after I've driven the truck and I bring it home, or maybe I back it in, back it out, I'm doing a mod or something, turn it on and off briefly, and park it. And at first I didn't think this was coming from the Tacoma, right? I thought it was an animal outside, because we have a lot of animals here, right? But it makes this kind of noise, just kind of like that. And it's brief. And it'll do it 3, 4, 5 times, and then I don't notice it anymore. And I just got home about 30 minutes ago, so apparently it's done whatever it's going to do, and I just didn't hear it today. I don't know if I can get it to do it for you guys, but somebody else left me a comment recently saying that when they park theirs, and I don't know if they mean after they turn it off or just put it into park and that function creates a noise, or if they're talking about what I'm talking about, but it's very odd to me. And I don't think it's the fuel pump stabilization thing, you know, where sometimes it'll sound like a fan comes on. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it's doing. It's stabilizing the fuel pump. I don't know. But we're going to start the truck up. I'm going to back it up slightly, or at least put it in gear to simulate what normally happens. And then I'm going to turn it off, and you guys are going to be on here with me, so you'll be able to hear this noise, and I'll point it out if I hear it, and you'll know it's different. It's not overwhelmingly loud or anything, but it is something kind of weird, and you're gonna know. Of course, we got the birds out there, which aren't so bad today. They're kind of quiet. So stay tuned. We're gonna do that in a minute. Normal Rabbit says, hello, everyone. That's some sickness. I know, and it's costly too, man. By the way, just getting on here, and you haven't done it, first of all, why not? Click that subscribe button if you would. I'm gonna keep reminding you, because if you're like me and you watch something and you get into it, you forget. And then you leave, and then you go, where the hell was that guy? I can't remember his name. You shouldn't forget it. It's right there, RobMotive. But people forget. So click that subscribe button if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Keep those hearts coming there, right there. We got hearts coming up. They don't cost you anything. Just shows me you're out there and I'm not talking to an AI. Are you guys all AIs by any chance? I hope not. Elizardo, hi Rob, I love your sickness. Keep up the great work, thank you. I wish there was a cure. I could just be content, but I'm never content. Dill's Place. All I can have is clear chicken broth and popsicles with no red coloring. Any guesses what I get to do tomorrow? A colonoscopy. I've had, I don't know, 5 of them, something like that. It is the worst freaking thing you can do for preparation, but it will save your life. I love the people who say, that's exit only. And I'm like, really? When you develop some problem down yonder and you got colon cancer, there's gonna be a lot of people poking around down there. So going in once and having that horrible preparation test done, I'm a big advocate for it. I hate it, I despise it, I don't like it. I don't know who does like it. I mean, if you like having that test done, you're probably in the wrong chat. You probably ought to be in something probably X-rated. Oh, there's some kind of animal in here. The heck? Some kind of big bee. We got some big bees. You know, when they tell you everything's bigger in Texas, they're not lying. So yes, you're having a colonoscopy. I wish you luck. I hope everything comes out okay. Normal Rabbit says, I'm already subscribed. Rabbit, you are the person. I don't know if you're a man, woman, or indeterminate. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But I thank you very much for your subscription. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what to tell you. You're missing out. You're missing out. Why aren't you? We do videos almost every day. 2 days a week I don't do videos, and on those 2 days, I'm live. Like I am right now. Well, I'm alive every other day, but I mean I'm live on the web. You know what I'm saying? Sam Desham says, your sickness is contagious. Took out a new Bronco yesterday for a test drive. 2.7 dual turbo, lots of power, sitting on stock 35s. My sister has one. And she got the upgraded bigger tires and stuff. So question is, did you drop the dime? Did you pick it up or not? That's what I want to know. We're going to start the truck up in just a second. We're gonna try to demonstrate this weird noise that my Tacoma is having. I don't know if it will or not. Ray Martinez, finally subscribed from Puerto Rico. Ray, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And to anybody else who's clicked that subscribe button while we're on here, thank you. I really do appreciate it. It's very humbling when people actually do something for you. And that's what you guys are doing when you subscribe to the channel. And I know you don't have to, obviously, but I appreciate it. Let's see, Repsol. I need to make a run to the outhouse and now see, we don't really care what you're doing in your private time. But by all means, do what you got to do. Ivan Landusur. I tried. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Hi, Rob. Ivan from Markham, Ontario. I have a 2019 Tacoma TRD GR8. Great. Awesome. Any consideration in going for the 2024? I don't know. A barn. Yes, it makes the noise every time I put it in park from after driving. Now, when you put it in park from after driving, is it still running? Or I mean, you put it in park, you shut it off, and then there's a noise in a little while, or when you put it in park, it makes a noise. Let's go start mine up. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna bring you guys with me. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. I'm just not prepared. Hold on a second. I'm coming. I'll be right there. I promise. Okay, let's flip you guys around. We're gonna start mine up. We're gonna see if I can't duplicate that noise for you guys. Tundra is greater than Tacoma, and why? I disagree. Not that there's anything wrong with the Tundra, but let's hop in here. We're gonna start the truck. I'm gonna put it into gear, and we're gonna see if we get any noise out of this. Now, let's see. Let me shut the door. I'm gonna do this as I normally would, right? I mean, I'd get in, I'd shut the door. I'm not gonna put my seatbelt on, but let's go ahead and hit the button. You see the screen light up there, and then we gotta kill the radio. That's what the screen looks like, by the way. If you guys haven't seen this, I have it set on, oh, I believe it's the sport option, but check that out. Isn't that awesome? I love that screen. I think it's just too freaking cool. Isn't that neat? All right, we've got it running, obviously. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna shift into reverse. I may back up just a hair. I can't go too far because I have a vehicle behind me. By the way, that's what the RAV4 looks like in the camera. So if you haven't seen the camera screen, nice and crisp. I think it's pretty good. I'm sure there are those out there that will not agree, but let's back up just a little bit. All right, we've backed up. I'm not going too far. Let's go ahead and go forward because I don't normally, you know, when I get this noise, I didn't have to go far. I'm just backing up and putting the truck in the driveway or something. Let's get her lined back up right. There, that's it. So now we're gonna go ahead. Oh, by the way, did you guys know it has this feature? Check this out. Hey, Toyota. Isn't that cool? Just wait. She's gonna say something.
I didn't understand.
Did you see that? I'm gonna turn her off. Isn't that cool? Here's what it looks like when you shut the screen off. Let me go ahead and see if it does anything funky. I don't know. Not really very funky, but the screen is off. Now, we're gonna see. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Now, just kind of listen in the background and see if you hear any noises, any sounds. And I think it comes from the... Oh, I just heard something right there. I think that might have been a delivery truck. Let's take a quick look outside. Yep, Amazon is somewhere. I don't know if they're coming here. I don't think I have anything coming. But let's see if you guys hear that noise. You'll hear it in the background if it does it. It's very odd, very unusual. Again, it's kind of like a... And I'll let you know. It'll happen, I don't know, within the next 5 minutes or so, probably, if it's going to do it. So you'll hear it here in just a second. Gray Ghost, Tundra is greater than Tacoma, and why? You're talking to a Tacoma guy, so I'm not exactly sure why you would think I would agree that the Tundra is better. I don't have any issues with the Tundra. I've had a few Tundras, actually, so I don't have any big problems with them, but I think in this design and the features that they took from the Tundra, they actually made it look better than the Tundra does, I think. We got a fly we got to kill here. It's one of those little ones. It's going to drive me nuts. And I missed it by a mile. They're like lightning. These little flies are so fast. You basically think about it, and there he is. Oops. See, and they're not very smart either. They just keep coming back. I'm going to get him if he comes back. I'm prepared now, man. I got my fly swatter here. I'm ready to roll. By the way, if you're just kicking in here, don't forget, click that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. And it doesn't cost you anything. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up too. That's always cool. Lets me know you're living out there. I've seen some hearts coming up down there. There's a couple. There's a couple hearts. You see, I see them. I see those happening. I know that you're interacting, right? All right, let's go back to where I was. Something was about the Tacoma Tundra. Okay, Ahmad Bashhawish. Ahmad Bashhawish. I'm sorry, I tried. Let's see. Ahmad says, "Hey Rob, I have a question, please. My bumper cover needs to be changed for my new Tacoma. Someone hit it. I can't find the parts anywhere." Yeah, he's not gonna bother us anymore. Go to bumpercaps.com or search RobMotive bumper or RobMotive cap, and you'll get to see what I did. You can find a replacement there, and they're pretty simple. And you don't have to take the old one off. You can put it over, in which case you'd probably have to get two of them, but check them out. We Fergie love the glass cockpit. It's awesome. The whole truck is freaking awesome. I mean, it is. Do V. You didn't want the 14-inch screen. It's not that I didn't want it. I didn't want to wait for it. They didn't have it. And everything else was golden on this truck for what I wanted. And I wasn't going to pay for the package that I would have had to pay for to get that 14-inch screen. So did I want it? Sure. I love tech. Bigger the better. But not to the point where I was willing to pay for it and wait for it. It's not a big deal, really. I mean, you know, when you think about it, when you're driving down the road, you shouldn't really be messing with a big screen anyway, right? You should keep your eyes forward. I mean, you know, so are you really using it? I don't think so. Normal Rabbit, I love your Jeep. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are you talking about this Jeep? That Jeep right there? Is that what you're talking about? Or not? Let's see. George Romo. George Romo. Or is it Jorge? I never get that right. Jorge. H-O-R. No, it's George. I think it's George. Rob, I have a 2005 Jeep LJ with Dana 30 in the front. Would you recommend swapping to a Dana 44? George, I know nothing about that. And I'm not going to sit here and BS you that I do. I don't, so I am not the right person to ask. I have no idea. Krista Green Beans, that's my Jeep. Krista Green Beans. She is, for those of you that don't know, my wife. I met her from Canada. I met her in a this is going to be a dating advice for those of you out there looking to meet somebody. I met her in a single parents chat room. My handle was, how you doing? 65. And she responded, how you doing? How you doing? That was it. After that, it was all over. I mean, you know. But anyway, she's from Canada, hence the Canadian stuff you'll see around once in a while. Let's move on here. Justin Brewer says, just subscribe. Justin, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And like Justin, if you haven't before, please click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. I'm going to give you guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a little, well, I already did. I gave you a quick peek at a mod. Did anybody catch it when I showed you the inside of the truck? You should have. It's pretty predominant. Let me know, what mod do you think I did to the inside, or you can see on the inside of the Tacoma? Let's see. Normal Rabbit says, my dog can catch the flies. You're lucky. I wish I had your dog. I caught this one after a while. Took a while. A little sip of the green nectar. Mountain Dew. Not sponsored. I drink it because I like it. Let's see. Where was I? Krista, just subscribe, Normal Rabbit. Chad Kranatz. Hey, Krista, how are you doing? Krista, how are you doing? She should be out here on the live stream with me, right? Maybe she'll come out. I don't know. Probably not. It'll take her 4.5 hours to get ready, and, you know, I'll be way done by then. Grey Go says, is that a JK? If so, watch out for the plastic oil filter housing. It is a JK, and thanks for the tip. Or no, it's not a JK, it's a JL. So I don't have to watch out. Let's see. Normal Rabbit says, it's a very lovely Jeep, Krista. There you go. Krista says, hey, Chad, doing great. How about you? Dill's Place. Could the noise be a vibration of the ABS noise that the Tundra always makes after taking off? No, because it happens after I turn off the Tacoma. It's not the takeoff. I know what you're talking about, and it's not that. It doesn't even sound like that. It hasn't done it since we've been sitting here. I haven't noticed or heard it, so I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's just weird. I don't know, but I am glad, I guess, that I'm not the only one, because, you know, when you're the only one, it usually means you have a problem. I don't want to have a problem. And so far, I have no problems. Well, with the Jeep anyway, or the Tacoma, I should say. Let's see. We have a held message. I'm going to go ahead and release this message because I'm so flattered. Here we go. Ready? Show. There we go. And Vokill, thank you very much. It is a little warm out here, but I'm really not that hot. not right now. Krista says it's 2018. No. Chad says I'm doing well, thanks. Krista says JL. Oh, instead of no, I guess. Krista says thanks, Rabbit, and she's having a laughing fit because that's how Canadians are. If you didn't know this, Canadians laugh all the time. It's all they really do. I mean, when you say hello, they're like, hello, eh? You know, stuff like that. Or do you want a hamburger? And they're like, yeah, eh? You know, that's kind of how Canadians are. I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know, they're just so happy. Let's see. Normal Rabbit gave the sign. Vokill says, you look so vulnerable. Now, see, we're veering into an area of this person's not right. I don't know. We'll see. One more, and I'll just have to block them if that's their vein. If that's what they're looking for. I mean, I don't know. Sam DeSham says, no purchase yet for a Bronco. We'll see. Well, keep us posted. I would love to know if you end up purchasing a Bronco of all things. Let's see. Vocal says, now that's the one. That's the one where we gotta put you in timeout for a while. Let's put you in timeout for say 10 minutes, something like that. I don't know. You just gotta go into timeout. Let's see. Wee Fergie has a good eye. Wee Fergie says the aux beam panel. Yes, the aux beam panel. And that was I actually had to defile my truck to put that in. There is a video coming on it, so I'm not going to tell you what. Just make sure that you click that subscribe button and that notification bell. I know it's up there somewhere. So that you don't miss out. If you want to see how to put an aux beam switch in a 2024 Tacoma, and not just any 2020, this one right here, by the way, those are going to be gone soon. Anyway, if you want to learn how to put one in, or see how I put one in, you may know already, it will be in this 2024 Toyota Tacoma very, very soon. It's a hot video. You can't miss it. I'm just telling you. Display, and you're right, Wee Fergie, it is the aux beam switch panel. Dill's Place looked like Command Petty Mod. Are you saying Pedal Commander? No, but I do have the Pedal Commander for this truck. It's sitting right there. Right there. I highly recommend it for any vehicle, really, particularly if you have throttle lag. If there's any turbo lag in this truck, which I haven't decided if there is yet or not, should take care of that. So we'll see. That's going to be coming in pretty darn soon. Pretty soon. After probably this week. I don't know when it'll air. Probably pretty soon. We shall see. By the way, there is a discount code. I should mention that. It's RobMotive 1, the number 1. You get 30 bucks off at pedalcommander.com. So now's the time. I mean, pick one up. Why wouldn't you? Particularly if you have a third gen or any vehicle. It doesn't have to be a Tacoma. Any vehicle that you want to make quicker, more responsive, better throttle response. It's awesome. Let's see. Mark LaFontaine. I like that. What's your name? My name's Mark LaFontaine. Mark says, aux beam. Yes, you are correct as well. Robert Fahey says, do you like ice fishing? No, I don't. I don't like fishing of any kind unless it's going to the grocery store and picking out something that's already gutted and filleted and all that stuff. I used to go fishing when I was little, but for some reason when I got older, I became a wimp, a wuss. I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. And I really don't like the cold. So throwing that ice part in, no. I mean, look where I'm at. Let's take a quick look. I got to show you guys. This ought to tell you how I feel about fishing. Fishing is in ice, cold weather. You see, this is South Texas. Let me flip you around. This is South Texas. It is bright sunshine out here. Oh man, we got a delivery. I got to check that out. Might be something you guys would be interested in seeing. He snuck up there too, man. He snuck up there while I wasn't watching. How about that? But we got to see, and I wonder if I can finagle this box up. It's probably not for me. I'll go to all this trouble, and it's probably for my wife. It says lithium. It says Krista. Yes, it's not even for me. I don't think I can get it out of here. So, Let me sit you down for just a second. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't fit through. Okay, we got it out of here. We are good to go. It's something for the wife. I went to all that trouble. I know you probably can't hear me. Too much wind. It's not for me. It's for the wife, as usual. Let me sit this down. I think I know what it is, though, but we're not going to say it on the live stream. No, it's nothing bad. Don't go there, prude. Let's see. Phew. Chad Cronod says, yes, I did. Aux control box. You got it. That's it, buddy. Alpha Core, 5th gen runner or 6th gen 4Runner? 4th gen, Toyota Tacoma. I'm not a big 4Runner fan. You know, if you like the 4Runner, hey, that's cool. It's not for me. Excuse me. Sammy Jammy, do you think 3rd gen Tacoma owners are gaslighting everyone in YouTube comments to feel good about their purchase by always criticizing the 4th gen? I'm sure there's a component of that out there for some folks because there have been a lot of negative comments. Why? I don't know. About the 4th gen. I also think it's possible there are a lot of paid people out there that are broadcasting across the web in hopes of people turning away from the Tacoma and going towards, let's say, the Nissan Frontier. I mean, I have nothing to support that, but as many negatives as I see, and after owning the 4th gen Tacoma right there myself, I don't see how a lot of the comments that I am reading are valid. So who knows, man? I don't know. Normal Rabbit, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, I see. You're referring to the name I used to use on the web. I'm doing well. Richard Duggins. I'm going with Duggins. I don't know if that's right. I live in Florida. I live in a Florida trailer park. That's good. You got to live somewhere, right? Could be under a bridge. I don't know. Let's see. Normal Rabbit. He's laughing like a madman. By the way, if you're just kicking in here and you haven't done it yet, I'm very disappointed. You know what? I'm really disappointed if you haven't done this yet. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to get up close and personal. We need to have a heart-to-heart for a minute. What I'm talking about is if you're just kicking in here and you haven't smashed that subscribe button, I am very disappointed. Actually, if you wouldn't mind, I really would appreciate it. It helps out the channel, helps me out. And don't forget, the thumbs up shows me you like what we're doing, and click the notification bell and hit a heart over there. When somebody hit a heart, I'm pointing to nothing. You know those heart things that come up? Somebody can click a heart, can't they? Do I have to do it myself? No, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, there you go. There's a heart. There went a heart. You know what I'm talking about now, right? And thank you. Whoever did that, I appreciate it. Aaron F. says, do you like the new Tacoma engine 4-cylinder turbo? I love it. It's awesome. Quick, responsive, powerful. It's as compared to the 3rd gen, it's like comparing a John Deere tractor to a pickup truck. Tractors are powerful. They got a lot of guts. They'll pull, they'll go. But they're not fun compared to just a truck. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Hell, I don't know. Probably not. Jimmy Pham says hi. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing there, buddy? Normal Rabbit says timeout chair. Yeah, we had to do that. Somebody else putting something up. I'm not sure what they're getting at, but we're not going to allow it. Robert Fahey says beautiful spot. It is nice. It is nice here. I mean, if you look out there, look at those trees. It's like I live in the freaking jungle, man. Of course, you get everything that comes with it. The snakes, the mosquitoes. I got to tell you a story. You want to hear a story? A couple nights ago, wife and I are outside. We're looking around, and I see this image, this shadow in the background out behind my deck, right? And I think it's like a raccoon, a big raccoon. It's not a big raccoon. It's a family of freaking javelinas right behind my house. If you don't know what a javelina is, it's like a really ugly, mean, big pig. Wild pigs. They're wild pigs. They live around here, and there were 6 of them behind my house, tearing up my landscaping a couple nights ago. So there are pluses and minuses, right? Let's see. Normal Rabbit says fishing and drinking beer is nice. Well, I don't like fishing and I don't drink. I know, right? You don't know, not for any particular reason. I just don't anymore. I did. I used to a lot. Not like often a lot, but when I would, I was drinking on a mission, man. It was a mission. I don't drink at all anymore. I just kind of lost the taste for it, you know? I don't know. So now I drink Mountain Dew. Still not sponsored, by the way. Mountain Dew, my drink of choice. Not too good for you. Probably about as bad as other things, you know. Oh, I might have to take a minute alone. You know what I'm saying? It's that good. Let's see. Wee Fergie says, why fish for ice? Doesn't it come from the ice dispenser? I wish I'd have thought of that. Very creative. I'm just not happy I didn't think of it. Let's see. Normal Rabbit, I don't know why they hid your message. I'm going to go ahead and show it. You said subscribe now. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for reminding the folks that are here. All 106 of you. All 99 of you, see, it goes just like that. Click that subscribe button if you would. I really would appreciate it. You're probably getting sick of hearing me say that, I know. But new people are coming in and out, so I keep having to remind people. You know what I'm saying? Normal Rabbit gave the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Clint Perry, the clutch wear was in first gear. Okay. Sammy Jammy, is this 4th gen a keeper? How long do you see this ownership lasting? Like every vehicle I buy, when I buy it, I plan to keep it forever. Now, I am a YouTuber. I make a living doing videos on, in this case, Tacomas and stuff. That's why you see so many of them come in and out. But I'm thinking of delaying the hybrid, which I had mentioned was my goal eventually. To a little bit later, because I do like this version so much. I mean, I don't know, I need to drive a hybrid, but I don't know how it could be a heck of a lot quicker than this truck is. I mean, if it is, it's gonna be like lightning, because this thing is pretty darn quick, you know what I'm saying? It's a keeper, yes. Jimmy Pham says, good. Jimmy Pham says, wow, that's crazy. I know, right? Izile. Yo, Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park. I like that. You must be referring to the guy that killed himself, that I look like him. I must look like a lot of people. I get so many comments on here about people, unless they're just pulling my leg, which is always possible. This is the internet, right? Too bad about that guy, by the way. I really like that band. Donald Wood says I subscribe. Donald, a round of applause for you. I really appreciate that. I really do. And if you are on here right now and you are a rogue watcher, let's say, for instance, that you just happened into my live stream and you're like one of those rogue watchers, right? One of those lone wolf types, and you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Because where can you get an experience like this anywhere else on the web? You can't. It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think there's no reason why you wouldn't click that subscribe button. Just kidding, of course. But I would appreciate it if you did. Donald, thank you very much. That's awesome. I love it. And if you are just subscribing, shout it out. I want to see that. Shout it out like Donald did. I want to see you click or say, I just subscribed, or subscribe. You don't even have to type that many words. Just click out subscribe. You can add more if you want. I'll read it. I'll even shout you out. But I'd appreciate it if you did. That'd be awesome, man. Let's see. Robert Fahey. I'm going with Fahey or Fahey. I'm going with Fahey. That's how I'm going to pronounce your name. And if that's not right, you should probably change it to Fahey. Robert says, cool vibes, dude. Subscribe. Robert! You're awesome. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that. Normal Rabbit says, I'll be right back, y'all. We'll wait. We'll wait for you. I hope you hurry. I really do. Dylan Torres says, do you still have the 3rd gen taco? I do not. I traded the Electric Lime 3rd gen off when I bought this truck right here. This awesome 4th gen supersonic red TRD Sport. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. And it's dirty. I mean, it's even dirty and it looks like that. It should be a supermodel or something. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't. Jonathan Ratliff. Hey, Rob, what's this strange... Wait a minute. Hey, Rob, what's this with a strange noise? By the way, I'm listening to you while Bruno, my masseuse, is giving me a massage. Well, I appreciate that. And I know this is relaxing. The noise is when I bring the truck home, turn it off, shut the door, get out. About 4 or 5 minutes later, it makes some kind of just like that. I'm sure it's exactly the same noise. And it does it intermittently for about 5-10 minutes or so after I've shut the truck off. I thought it was an animal outside when I heard it the first time, but then it kept doing it, and I keep hearing it. It has not done it today. I know we did the experiment. I started the truck. I backed it up a little, same as I always do. And of course, it doesn't do it while I'm on the live stream. It figures, but that's what it's about. Jack Kamen. Tacoma or Gladiator? If you had to give up one, which would it be? Well, I have given up one. It was the Gladiator, so that ought to answer it for you. I love the Gladiator too, though. Don't get me wrong. Gladiator was a fantastic vehicle. Jimmy Pham, you must have giant pigs tearing up your backyard. It's insane. They do. They go there and they grab. I have like this vine stuff back there, and they grab it and they rip it out of the ground and they eat stuff, and they're very destructive. Sammy Jammy, Rob, you give off a down-to-earth vibe. You deserve all the subs. Sammy, I appreciate that. What you see is me. I mean, I don't put on a show. I'm probably a little more, and only a little, more animated on this live stream than I actually am in real life. But not really. I mean, this is me. This is who I am. I'm not an actor. I don't get on here and, you know, have to do 50 push-ups and hit a punching bag or something to get myself in a mindset to do this. This is who I am. You get what I am. This is me. So, and why wouldn't you subscribe for that matter? Because how can you possibly not want the RobMotive experience? I mean, you get this. I know, right? Isn't that what they do? It's kind of weird. But you get this and you get that. Plus older videos with old mods and stuff. Not that they're old or out of touch, they're just the videos are older. To show you how to do anything you want, right? Why wouldn't you want all of this? The whole package. You know what I'm saying? So click that subscribe button and show me a little bit of love. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate it. You know, anybody watching me in here probably thinks I'm a little bit odd. You know, I bet you there's a neighbor sitting up across the street with binoculars, and this is like entertainment hour or whatever for them. You know what I'm saying? By the way, if you're just subscribing, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Say, I subscribed. I just subscribed. Subscribe. I would appreciate it. And if you're currently a subscriber, do the same thing. Say, I am subscribed, Rob. Why in the hell do you keep telling me to subscribe? I'm already subscribed. And I really appreciate that too. Let's move on. Let's see. Wee Fergie says, you look like this guy who has a YouTube channel about Jeeps and Tacomas. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like him. I think his name's RobMotive, RobMotive 2 and RobMotive JL. I think he has 3 channels. He's just freaking awesome. I'm just saying. I could be biased, but oh boy, I'm gonna try to get this right. Adeolua Degbile. Adeolua Adegbile. Adegbile? I'm sorry. I tried. I subscribed. Round of applause to you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Sammy Jammy says, any regrets trading the 3rd gen for the 4th gen? No. Not at all. I will never go back to the 3rd gen. It's not going to happen. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not telling you go out and trade off your 3rd gen. If you're driving around in a 3rd gen Tacoma, you have an excellent truck. And if it's a paid off truck, and I don't care what brand it is, you have the best truck you can possibly have, because the best truck you can have is a truck that is paid for, right? Awesome, just awesome. Adiola Digibil. I'm sorry. The Tacoma is beautiful. Wow, thank you. You want to see a look at it? Let's take a look while we're on here. There is the Tacoma. Beautiful supersonic red. How can you beat that? I mean, if you don't like that truck, I don't know. Maybe you need to see a psychologist or something. I don't really know. Larry Pierce, been subscribed for over a year. Larry, you deserve a round of applause too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jonathan Ratliff. That is the evaporator purge system post-operation after fully heated up from a long drive. I hope you're right. Makes sense to me. And since someone else has said that they're experiencing that as well, I hope it is. But it's not a sound I've ever heard from my other Tacomas. So, Sammy Jammy, Ron, the noise is engineered to keep the oil circulating to cool down the turbo. It's for longevity purposes. I swear I heard that somewhere. Someone call Sheldon Brown to verify. I didn't think of that. And that might be why I've never heard that noise in the Tacoma before, because obviously it wasn't a turbo. So that is the best explanation I've heard so far, man. Victor Milan, should I get the 2019 Pro for $40,000? It has 70,000 miles. If it's in good shape and you want it and you think that's a fair price, sure, why not? Let's see. Chad Cronats, maybe the noise is when the system is checking itself like they do in the 3rd gen. It could be. I really don't know, but I will say it is a different noise than what I've heard in past Tacomas. Jimmy Pham, pigs digging donuts in the backyard, doing donuts in the backyard, probably. Ben Echt, Boomer, Esiason. Amelia says hi. Amelia says I subscribe. Amelia, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We need more women on this channel. You know, it's all men, like 4% or 5%. I think it's 4%. How's that damn, what is that? I'm gonna have to damage it if it comes over here. Wait a minute, I've got to get my pest control towel. I have found the best way to get rid of wasps is to smother them with a towel like this and then stomp on the ground like you're trying to break through the concrete. Usually works pretty well. I don't know what this is. This is a big, colorful, mean-looking thing. You may have guessed I'm an insect wimp as well as a snake wimp. I don't like these things. Again, Amelia, I appreciate that. Thank you. Tony says, subscribed a couple weeks ago. Keep up the great videos, Rob. Tony, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I hope the clapping isn't driving you nuts. Jonathan Ratliff, long-time subscriber here, bud. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fire in the hole. What do things behind you? I don't know what you mean exactly. Chad Cronat says, I am subscribed to all your channels, everything. And Chad is a channel member for RobMotive. That's why his name is in green. I appreciate that, Chad. Thank you very much. And Chad, if you had a YouTube channel, or if you do and I don't know about it, let me know. But I'd give you a shout out like Wee Fergie. He has a channel. It's called Wee Fergie. Adeliowa. I tried. I'm sorry. Yes, you did try with the name LOL. I'm Nigerian. And of course, you're awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I do apologize for butchering your name. I don't mean to. I'm just giving it a shot, you know. Tim says, good morning, Rob. Tim says, triple thumbs up. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Jimmy Pham, quadruple thumbed up. Thank you. No. Triple thumbed up. Thank you, Jimmy. Jonathan Ratliff says, seen Next Gen 4Runner, Rob? I have. I've seen it. I'm not a 4Runner guy, you know? I mean, to me, it's just a big SUV. I mean, I don't know. It's not my thing. If you like it, that's cool. Nothing against anybody that likes it. It's a Toyota, so it's an awesome product, but it's not my thing. Do I think they made an improvement? I don't know. I mean, I think they just went sideways for me in appearance. I'm talking about appearance-wise. I don't know that it looks any better, but it doesn't look any worse. So I don't know. Tim says he's listening in. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Paul Harris says, howdy, Rob. Paul, how you doing there, buddy? Jimmy Pham says, you're welcome. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. We have reached the end of this live stream segment, dictated by your comments. Tim says Tacoma noise. Yeah, there's a noise when I shut it off. It's a weird noise. I demonstrated it or tried to earlier. Got to watch the live stream from the beginning. You'll get all the detail. Ashlyn Bency. Hi. Ashlyn, how you doing? Sebastian, thoughts on the Tesla? I like the Tesla. Make sure you subscribe to my other channel. It's called RobMotive JL. And you'll know how I feel about the Tesla soon enough. Anyway, real quick, if you're just kicking in, don't forget, click that subscribe button if you haven't before on your way out. I really would appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Sammy Jammy says, how intolerable is the backseat legroom for regular adults? Not bad once you're sitting in it, but getting in and out, and if you're claustrophobic, it's just as tight as the 3rd gen. Tim says, enjoy your Sunday. You too, Tim. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Again, don't forget, on the way out, it won't hurt you, I promise. It might even feel good, if you know what I'm saying. Click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for being on. Those that said you subscribed during this live stream, I really do appreciate you. Next live stream will be on Wednesday. If not before, we'll do another one. Sammy Jammy says, thanks for your time. Don't thank me. Thank you for your time. I appreciate each and every one of you that gets on here or even clicks through. I know you don't have to, and it really is awesome. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the web. Bye.